let's talk about something called as exact match. Exact match means that your keyword has to have the exact variation of that keyword. Now, phrase is likely to expand. When you have keyword called buy books that you have included, when users search for any variations like I want to buy books online, any variation that the people search for, your ad is eligible to show. But exact match is slightly different. It is denoted with braces, with square brackets. If you include a keyword called buy books in an exact match, you need to understand that when people search for this exact word called buy books, only then your ad will show. Otherwise, it will not show. Even if people search for buy books online, it will not show because it just has to show whatever is there in those square brackets. Nothing before, nothing after, nothing in between. So that's something you have to understand about exact match. Now, earlier, about 5-6 years ago, this was all fine. This was all very strict. But from the last 3 to 4 years, what happened is Google started understanding the meanings and variations of that. If I include a keyword called buy books and an exact match, what if somebody is searching for purchase books? Should my ad show or should my ad not show? Now think about it. If the ad shows for purchase books, it will actually benefit me because the user is searching for the same thing, but is actually using another word which has the same meaning. So of late, Google started understanding the meanings, opposites, synonyms, antonyms, all these things. Singular, plural. Now, if somebody is searching for a keyword called buy book, should my ad show because it is almost the same, or should my ad not show because I have strictly told only show buy books? Now, this is something that you have to keep in mind. Google will understand the variations, it will understand the meanings, it will understand singular, plural, and then it will start showing your ad if there is a slight variation, as long as the meaning doesn't change. So these are broad phrase and exact matches that we spoke about. I will hold on to the negative match and broad match modifier for a little later because that is not something which we need to understand desperately. We will come back to that in a few sessions. Right. So just to repeat what we have discussed, keywords are any keyword that you include can take broad match, phrase match, exact match, negative match, broad match modifier, of course. But if a keyword is included in broad match, it will not have any quotes, it will not have any braces. It just means that the keyword can expand on any variations. Any keyword can appear before that, after your keyword, in between your keyword. Your words can get interchanged. Your ad will still be eligible to show. Phrase match is strictly included in quotes. As long as that particular word order does not change, Google will show your ads if anything is added before or after that. Exact match, on the contrary, should include the exact word that you have included in braces. As long as the meaning and singular plural variations don't change, Google can still go ahead and show your ads. So that's how broad phrase and exact matches work. Fine. Now I know keyword is the most important thing. Now by now I'm very clear because a keyword is the one that is eligible to show my ads or search results to people. If without a keyword, nothing is possible, and a keyword can take any of these match types that we have discussed. But how do I find keywords? That's something which I'm curious about. So that's exactly what we would be talking about in the next few minutes of this discussion. So how do you find keywords? Probably one of the best keyword research tools in the world is for free, right? And where is that tool? It's in your Google Ads account itself. So you don't have to worry about that. If you go to google.com and if you take up a variation called keyword planner, or if you go to an option called keyword planner, you will be able to search keywords across the world, across any geography, and it will give you trends of what people are searching for, how many people are searching for, how is the traffic, how much is the price of these keywords, etc., 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 which we will be talking about. Please understand, it is important to learn things, but also remember it is also important to learn things right. Just because I wanted to finish this in about 10, 20, 30 sessions, I don't want to confuse you by giving you half information. So keyword planner session is going to be split in 2 parts. First session is about keyword recovery, research and discovery. The second part is about how do you look at the factors, how do you look at the cost, how do you look at grouping keywords, how do you find more keyword variations, etc., etc. So let's go to your Google Ads account that we have created and let's start finding keywords. Fine. So switch to the expert mode. Once you have done this, you will go ahead and into the account. Now I have a set of few campaigns, or let's create a test campaign. What do I want? I want website traffic. I want to create a search campaign because I want to show my ads on Google. And this is the biggest discussion that we will have next about the difference between search and display in the next session. So I want to create a search campaign. Let's say continue. Select a channel. Okay, search. I did select the channel. You can give your website if you want here. If you don't, it's fine. So let's say continue. I'm just creating a shell campaign for the time being. A website traffic. So I'm just going to leave all these things here because we will talk about it anyway. It'll ask for a budget. I'm just not talking anything about it at the moment. Right. So I have a new campaign created. It'll ask me to create an ad group because you remember every campaign has an ad group. I will add a keyword called test. I will save and continue. It'll ask you for a website. And now let's say, let me give some website which is dummy. Test 1. Test 2 is the headline. Test 3 is the headline. Don't worry about this because we have a complete session dedicated to this. Test description 2, and then I'm just going to go save and continue, right? So I have basically created a campaign just for the heck of creating a campaign because I just wanted something to be there. Now you will arrive at this stage where it will ask you to put in your time zone, currency, your business name, your business details. Please understand, if you include your currency and time zone here, you cannot change it afterwards. So be very careful when you do that if you're serious about using the account again. My location is India. My time zone is GMT plus 5:30. My currency is Indian rupee anyway because I've put in India. Account type business name is test. You have to add a debit card or a credit card, but simply try doing manual payments or just say automatic payments, and I agree and submit. Okay, it'll ask you for a card number. Change the option to net banking. Okay, and put in your address. Put something, put your address. Okay, payment amount 100 rupees. This is just for filling it, guys. Don't worry about it. Minimum is 500. Let's say submit. Okay, I have not included my bank account details. I have not included my credit card details. I have just chose net banking as an option. I'm just going ahead and continuing. It'll ask me to put in my bank details now. You can simply close it and check for it later. So close this. You have an account created which is a dummy account. You can explore your campaign, and if you're using the new interface, as I said, after you reach this screen there will be a small wrench icon here like a spanner. You click on that and then you can switch to the expert mode if you did not find the option before.